Hi, I'm Effie Zahos, Editor of Money magazine, and with me today I have Ross Greenwood from Channel 9 and 2GB. Hi. And on the other side, I've got Roger Montgomery.
Hi, Effie.
Of Montgomery Investment Management.
How are you?
I'm well.
Excellent.
Now, Roger, you're a value investor. You employ that with your company, and you're also the guru behind Skaffold.
Yeah.
Explain to me how value investing fits in with Skaffold.
Look, what I like about what Ross was talking about is that the old tried and true methods for investing just haven't worked. They've produced mediocre results. You look at the bank returns. Since 2005, banks have generated no positive return. Since 2002, over 10 years, National Australia Bank is lower today than it was 10 years ago. So those old strategies that are trotted out regularly, buy blue chips and it doesn't matter what price you pay, they simply don't work. And the other thing that I like is this idea of thematic investing, thinking about the themes and what's going to work in the future. But the missing ingredient in that strategy is you need to buy high quality businesses when they're cheap. Now, when I ran my own spreadsheets, and this is the reason I built Skaffold, was when I was running my own spreadsheets, I couldn't follow every stock. It was impossible to do. So what I wanted was a device, an application, a tool that could actually take all of the data, all of the announcements of all the companies and narrow down the list to the companies that met my criteria. So high quality businesses trading at a discount to their value. We've managed to beat the market by buying those businesses, and we use Skaffold every day to help us do that.
Yeah, Skaffold's in the magazine, and I guess what attracted us to the magazine is the fact that you can look at the whole ASX, click on a button and get all the information you need, and it's narrowing your research. It's not the be-all and end-all. It's a great start and it's a great tool.
Well, it was that thing that I said, Effie. It's about the ability to be able to go and look a lot more broadly than maybe the 20 or 30 stocks that you know.
Yeah.
It's actually being able to go down to those companies that you haven't heard of, but for whatever reason have actually just popped up. The interesting thing about this, Roger, when you do it through Skaffold and the methodology behind it, is it really that the company needs to be making profit now and is projected to be making profit into the future? What about those flyers that come out, or are you prepared to miss some of those flyers?
We're happy, we're absolutely happy to not speculate. So what we look for are companies with a demonstrated track record. And so what Skaffold does for us is it actually says, well, these are the companies that have had a track record of increasing their intrinsic value. Look at Qantas. Qantas's intrinsic value hasn't changed in a decade. The share price is lower than it was 10 years ago. Telstra, its intrinsic value hasn't changed in a decade. And despite the share price rising recently, its shares are still lower than they were 10 years ago. The same thing for Leighton's and Lend-Lease and Boral and Trans-Pacific Industries. These are companies that many advisors tell their clients to buy because they're solid companies that pay steady dividends. But the capital losses and the opportunity cost is amazing.